not touch me.
Sir.
Get down! Get down! Get down!
A routine check suddenly turned into a wrongful arrest at the hands of power-abusing officers.
Don't you touch her!
Stop!
Don't you touch
Step
her!
back right now!
Don't you touch
Put your hands behind your back! Put your hands behind your back right now! Put your hands behind your back!
Fucking assault and battery. All we wanted was to talk.
Now let's see how these officers pay the prices. Justice takes its course. A peaceful morning turned into a nightmare just because of a name. And officers who showed up without a warrant?
We're not doing anything.
Move your hands.
You fucking piece of shit. You fucking piece of shit. We've had 2 beers.
On March 30th, 2024, in Bisbee, Arizona, a couple was having a loud argument on the front porch of their own home. Officer Carlos Moreno quickly arrived on the scene. What seemed like a routine welfare check escalated into a tragic arrest.
What's up, guys?
I'm seeing for that misconduct coach East Road.
Okay. Okay, go ahead and step on out. What's that?
No, sir, I won't. He fucking is, we're drinking beer and we're not touching each other. Hold on. Just hold on.
Really bad.
We're not touching each other.
I need you to step out.
I'm not stepping out. Don't touch me.
Step out.
I'll step out.
Step out.
I'll step out.
Understand under
Hold
Arizona law
on,
and any under
please.
domestic.
Stop.
Step
There's
out
no
and talk
domestic
to him.
going on.
Talk to him. Let us investigate it.
The
And
hell
we'll leave
am
you
I
be.
touching you?
We're just trying to figure out what's going on, man.
We were arguing.
Okay.
And we had 2 beers and she came outside and I just wanted her in the yard, that's all. Please don't touch me.
Step out. And I'm not even going to tell you again.
I've had
Step
2
out
beers.
to him. Okay. We're just here to talk to you.
Okay.
But you're going to step out.
You can step in the yard.
No, you come on. No, you're going to step out.
I'm sorry. We had 2
No, by
beers.
law, nothing. I'm telling you right now on camera, you're stepping out. Damn, are you in handcuffs? No.
No, I know I'm
Then we're
not.
trying to talk to you. Here in a minute,
We can
I'm
talk
going to
later.
put my hands on or I'm grabbing my taser gun.
No, sir.
Oh, yes, sir.
No, sir. At no
Step
point
out.
in time are we physically doing
Step
anything.
out.
I
I'm
don't
telling you,
understand.
step out.
I can't.
Step out.
Because I'm not doing anything
Step
except
out.
trying to talk to
And
her.
do not make a move towards me.
Please don't touch me.
Let's
Do
go.
not touch me.
Officer Carlos Moreno demanded that the man step off his own porch to speak with him. When the man refused, Moreno's demeanor shifted, visibly frustrated. He quickly switched to an aggressive show of authority.
Step back.
Don't you touch her.
Step back.
Don't you touch
Step
her.
back right now.
Don't you touch her.
Stop! What the fuck are you doing? What
back.
the fuck are you guys doing?
move.
You're not allowed to do that.
You need to move.
Nope, you're not allowed to do that.
Do not touch her. You're fucking violent. There's no fucking violence. Cover. We're not doing anything. We're trying. Will you guys stop it? Don't touch her. Do not touch her.
Let go.
Do not touch her.
Get the fuck away from me!
Do not
Get
touch
away
her.
from me!
Do not
I
touch
didn't do
her.
anything wrong to you guys!
Nobody's.
Fuck you guys!
Come on.
Fuck you!
Come
Just
on.
stop touching us. Hey, motherfucker. Hey, motherfucker. You fucking piece of shit. You fucking piece of shit. We've had 2 beers. Don't touch her. Do not touch her. You violated her. You fucking motherfuckers. You pieces of shit. Stop. Stop. Hey, you fucking faggot. We're not doing anything.
You're under arrest, but stop resisting.
Do not touch her. Ah, you fucking asshole. We're not
Give me your other hand, dude. Give me a hand.
You fucking scumbag.
Hold on. You
Fucking homosexual faggot. Fucking assault and battery. All we wanted was to talk.
Get up. Get up. All right, stand up, sir. We're trying to talk to you. Get up. Pull him back.
The police slammed the man to the ground and restrained the woman as she tried to protect her boyfriend. The situation rapidly spiraled as officers began justifying the wrongful actions.
You guys weren't doing anything wrong up until what happened.
I have the meals.
No idea what happened.
We're working on the 101.
We were just gonna talk to him, talk to you.
That's
it, man.
So they're going to send some additional units to help you. 1433.
You want medics out here?
Yeah, let's have it.
Anything.
It's just
What the fuck is that?
we were just trying to talk to you. We were all calm. You would have talked to him. I would have talked to you.
What were
Make
we
sure
gonna
there's no
talk about?
injuries.
I wasn't even doing anything. I just protected him because you guys did nothing wrong. I'd love to see.
hold on,
I'd
hold
love to see how it went to fucking.
Everything's on body cam. You will more than.
Yeah, I'm so glad to see. What
Welcome
the fuck
to
I did
request
wrong.
anything you want. Okay.
I'm
Go and
so
have a
glad.
sit.
What the fuck I did wrong?
That was it.
So glad.
All right. So here's what we were going to talk about. There was a call. You guys arguing, which you guys clearly admitted.
Yeah.
No physical. All we were going to ask you versus him. He could have just stepped out, talked to my partner. I'm going to talk to you, make sure there's no injuries.
In reality, it was the officers who escalated the tension and violence. Despite the civilians showing no signs of aggression were stilled. The officers attempted to distort the narrative and position themselves as the victims.
Remember, in any domestic, even in any argument, yes, we're going to take over the scene. All we need to do is make sure you guys are okay. He is stepping out. Or you could have stepped out. And then we're just going to talk.
I stepped
That's
out
it.
though. I went back inside.
No, you jumped in and tried to. You can't do
Well,
that, man. There's no physical and it's just an argument. It's not even a
It's not
citation.
even an argument. It's this is me mentally fucking not okay.
Let's have medics come over and let's check you guys out for right now. And stuff, all right? But like again, that's all you guys had to do. Instead, you guys are gonna not get arrested for resisting arrest. For nothing. That's all you had to tell me. We would have told him, hey, chill out, relax. You guys take a deep breath. But your neighbors are the ones that are calling. We didn't come here because we're guessing.
Calls on us on everything.
I get it. And maybe sometimes it's for a good thing. I don't know. We've had incidents with you guys before. It's been a while. Sounds like you guys have been okay. But that aggressive, no. Now it looks like he's trying to hide something, and no. I'm telling you, we're gonna take over this. Versus he would have just stepped out and you would have just talked to me. And we would have ended it. We're just trying to talk to you guys. What are you guys doing?
You want to shut the door for a minute?
Yeah. We'll be out with you, man. We're going to have medics just come check you out, okay? Hang tight.
Under the law, police may only enter a private residence with a valid search warrant or in the presence of exigent circumstances, neither of which applied here. Their entry was unlawful.
What happened? You guys started
We got on scene. They're outside right here. They're kind of arguing, but nothing major. But I hear him telling them, get back inside, get back inside. I get out and he starts walking her that way, shuts the gate. And I say, hey, you guys okay? And he goes, oh yeah, we're just arguing. Nothing major, it's not physical. I said, okay. I said, then just come down, talk to my partner, I'm gonna talk to her. No, I was like, sir, I said, we got called here. I just need you to step down, talk to my partner. Nobody's under arrest. We just want to make sure you guys are okay. He literally said you guys were arguing. I said, I need you to step down, talk to my partner. Nope. I said, sir, you gotta go down. I said, we need to investigate.
Yeah.
Nope. And what they say, all we have. And I was like, oh man.
Reached out to the other guy. He was like 5 times.
Because he was been refusing to come out?
Yeah, like
Yeah,
5
when
times.
you
The guy.
That's when you're getting
Because he was kind of...
She jumps in the scene.
She's we got 40. What do you think?
She's having a mental issue right now. She's having to see her from her past.
And then I could see on her for DV disorderly and him for DV and arrest him with the DV disorderly.
I don't know how much they've been drinking though. You can smell the alcohol on them.
But he's got to go.
Yeah, he's.
In Arizona, criminal trespass can be punished with anything from 30 days in jail to up to 2.5 years in prison. Depending on the severity and location of the intrusion, offenders may also face fines and a permanent criminal record under RARS 131, 502 to 131, 504.
You good? So here in a minute, more likely, he's going to go to jail. He's going to jail. You're not going to go to jail, but you probably get a sign release for interfering. You can't interfere, man. He rats you out.
That guy, that lady does.
Well, I mean,
That lady, man,
I get it. If your
What the
neighbors
fuck, dude?
though
She can
are
hear us in
yelling
our
and
house.
screaming, God forbid, hurting somebody, you wouldn't call
yeah,
the
but
police?
she can hear us in our house. with her
Everybody
solar
can hear
panel.
you.
Yeah, but with her fucking millions direct TV solar panel shit. Like,
Yeah.
what the fuck? Go
Yeah.
get a life, dude.
Everybody can hear you, and they're just making sure you guys are okay.
Yeah, I got that one. He got a minor cut on his head, but he said he's fine.
Officers may be prosecuted for serious crimes such as assault, unlawful detention, use of excessive force, obstruction of justice, and violation of civil rights. Unnecessary violence, warrantless searches, and perjury can all lead to criminal charges. Next up is another case of unlawful entry in Baytown, but this time it wasn't the homeowner who had to back down.
Please don't do that.
Let's not do this.
That's trespassing.
Who is the person struck his head?
Let's not do this.
Please don't do that.
Let's not do this, sir.
Please don't. This is
You
please
know
get your feet off
that
my
you
property.
need to have a warrant to enter anybody's home.
Is she inside?
No, stay down there. Stay down there.
Is she inside?
Yeah, she's in there.
Several officers from the Baytown Police Department suddenly showed up at a man's house in broad daylight. What started as a seemingly harmless knock at the door quickly turned into a nightmare. The moment it cracked open.
No, man, I'm good.
No, we're asking you something.
Yeah, I know, but y'all don't have a warrant or anything, so I'm not gonna step outside my home. I'm okay. I don't want to step outside my home.
Okay,
Are y'all okay?
What's your name, man?
What are y'all here for?
You know why we're here. You were just outside.
So if you know, y'all know why y'all here, you know you can't ask me to step outside without a warrant.
Where'd you get your law degree from?
Is this a consensual conversation?
I'm asking you.
I'm asking you. Is this a consensual conversation?
Right now,
Exactly.
you're
Yeah.
impeding an investigation, okay?
Exactly. Yeah, I knew that was coming too.
All right.
So I'm impeding an investigation.
Ma'am?
We don't need no help, sir.
I understand that, but we're looking for Sydney.
Don't worry about it, sir. You can't come in without a search warrant, so we don't need to do all that. Just
We need to talk
wait.
to her for the incident that just happened.
Okay, I'll talk to her.
No,
we
we
have to talk to her.
I'm not gonna let y'all talk to her.
So, but she's in the house?
I'm not sure.
I'm not sure.
So unless you
This
wanna,
can get a lot bigger than what it is.
yeah, exactly. So if you
Right.
can come back with a warrant, then you know
So-
we can do it the right. We can do it the right way, unless y'all want to do it y'all ignorant way that y'all used to doing it.
It's not ignorant, but if you guys want to go to jail, have charges on y'all, that's fine by me.
The homeowner remained calm and courteous, firmly stating that without a search warrant, the police had no right to enter. But that composure only seemed to aggravate the officers further.
They do the impeding investigation thing to try to get you a charge and
You get
so.
some
Can I get
charge,
names and
okay.
badge numbers, please?
Do me a favor,
Can I
man.
get names and badge
Do me a
numbers,
favor.
please? Can you do me a favor?
Before
Give
we
me
can get her.
name and badge number. Can I get name and badge numbers, please?
Hey, is
Are
this
you
your
Sydney?
apartment?
Can I get names and badge numbers? Y'all come to the door directing things, thinking y'all run stuff, but when I ask for name and badge number, excuse me, sir, can you?
Badge number 96.
That's all right.
Officer.
Get away.
Yeah, but you need a
sir.
warrant. Please don't do that.
Please don't do that.
Let's not do this.
That's trespassing.
Who is the person struck his head?
Let's
No,
not do this.
please don't do that.
Let's not do this, sir.
Please don't. This is my
Who's
house.
the
Please.
person?
You
Please
know
get your feet off
that
my
you
property.
need to have a warrant to enter anybody's home.
Thank you, baby. Show me
Is she inside?
No, stay down there. Stay down there.
Is she inside?
Yeah, she's in there.
That's all we trying to
I
do.
need
Okay,
to.
so in order to do that, we
I need to talk to
I
the
want you to
person
know that your
his
foot is
head.
over the threshold of the house, so I just want you to know that.
That's where the foot is gonna stay.
Yeah, and I want you to know that please don't go any further unless you have a Fourth Amendment sign.
Placing a foot in the doorway without consent or a warrant is considered unlawful entry. And while they thought their authority could intimidate the young man, it couldn't.
I just want y'all to know.
Sir, move your feet off.
Is he above y'all? Is he over y'all? Because y'all just did what he said and y'all know what he said to do is not right. This is the disconnect we have between y'all, and y'all wonder why we sit here and have these discussions and these
So I
stuff.
want you to let me talk to Sydney.
I'm not allowing you to talk to Sydney.
But we know she's in here.
You assume that she's in here. You investigating, right?
Hey,
Right.
what's his name?
Baytown Police, once again. Y'all are live stream, by the way. Just letting you know. Are y'all body cameras rolling?
They are.
Okay. This is like, I guess, the third incident within like less than 2 months.
This is the third incident.
Talking to the people, and it's not pertaining to this specific incident. Baytown Police has been here a few times within the last month and a half. Well, Morris Hines Temple of America. Pretty sure you're familiar with it.
So you do still realize you're making this a bigger deal than it has to be.
Am I?
After a heated exchange, unable to justify their actions, the officers were forced to step back in embarrassment before a man who knew his rights and stood his ground.
What are you live streaming on? What are you live streaming on?
Social media.
Which one?
Either one. It doesn't matter. Everyone, really.
Let's call my friends and go
You
ahead
know
and
that?
get on so they can see me.
You know Sydney?
Oh, you're talking about community policing?
No. Just you know, some police like your boy, the one from China that brought his constitution all the way over here. Excuse me, can y'all let her by? Or would she be impeding the investigation as well? Since y'all are blocking her entrance, her exit,
You
her
coming
front
out,
door.
man?
Yeah, I want
She
to go
wants
down
to.
there. What's going on? 'Cause I just gotta.
No warrant, no entry. He knew the law and made them follow it. A quiet but powerful victory for justice and the rule of law. When law enforcement crosses the line without a warrant, silence is not safety, it's surrender. Know your rights. Stand firm and protect your doorway to justice.
Step on out for me, okay?
Getting out on my own free volition.
All right, man, come on back. Put your hands behind your back. Put your hands behind your back right now. Put your hands behind your back. You're not doing your hands.
We are calling the
This is taser, taser, taser. Get down on the ground. Get down on the ground. Get down on the ground right now. Get down. Get down. Get down. Put your hands behind your back. On your stomach. Stop.
On July 11th, 2024, a traffic stop spiraled out of control, exposing reckless police tactics that left many outraged. The officers' actions caught on video were deeply troubling and raised questions about their respect for civil rights. Watching their unprofessional behavior is infuriating as it reflects a gross abuse of power. What steps can be taken to hold them accountable?
Get the driver out. Hey, driver, step on out for me. Step on out for me, okay?
Getting out on my own free volition.
All right, man, come on back. Relax. Stop. Stop.
not-
Stop.
you're
Put
not-
your hands behind your back. Put your hands behind your back right now. You're not doing your hands.
We are calling the police.
That's it. I don't. Taser, taser, taser. Get down on the ground. Get down on the ground. Get down on the ground right now. Get down. Get down. Get down. Put your hands behind your back. On your stomach. Stop. Stay in the car. Stay in the car. Stay in the car.
Your stomach now.
Get on your stomach. You're gonna get it again. Get on your stomach. You're gonna get it again.
On your stomach.
I got it.
I'm trying, sweetheart. I am trying to find Roger tape.
Get back in the car right now. You're gonna be placed under arrest. Now, uncuff your or release your hands.
You did not go over anything. You did. No, you asserting yourself and you violated my rights. All of them. Read the paperwork you're fucking standing on. Right now.
Ma'am, get back in the car right now. Have a
I'm in
seat.
my car.
Have a seat in your car. Sit back in the car. Sit back in the car, ma'am. Ma'am, have a seat in your car. Ma'am, have a seat in your vehicle.
I am in my
Right
car.
here. Right over here. Sit in the right here in the passenger seat. You're gonna stay right here. If you move from here again, you're gonna be stopped. You're gonna be placed under arrest. Do you understand? Yes or no? If you move from this seat, you're gonna go to.
I do not stand under you.
The black Audi Q7, lacking a license plate, was stopped by police, who soon escalated the encounter unnecessarily. Despite the driver showing limited resistance, officers quickly resorted to force, leaving onlookers horrified. Was it truly necessary to deploy a taser against a cooperative individual?
Sir, you need to read all that paperwork right there.
No, stand the fuck
You
up.
need to read that
Stand up.
paperwork. All of them. I'm gonna make this right in front of the fucking camera, right here.
Well, the
These
camera's right
officers
here.
are violating my rights. I gave them all my
Stop.
information when they tried to
Stop,
take me out of the
man.
vehicle.
Just-
You ripped the taser shit on the fucking.
What?
Dude,
Calm down.
seriously,
Stop, dude.
I didn't do shit. He would have
Stop.
to leave.
Resisting.
Why don't I get to do that? That's my free right.
Give me a
I was
set of
trying to
cuffs.
identify
What?
myself.
Give me a set of cuffs.
Now you violated my right.
Give me a set of cuffs. Come on.
I'm on, no, I am on the phone
Come on.
with your
You're under
son.
arrest as well. We're sick of you. Come on. Stop. We're done. Get out of the car.
No, I am with my kids.
Car. Get out of the car.
Do you know what you've done?
The police's reckless disregard for protocol is appalling. They failed to inform the driver of their rights before using force. Their intimidation and needless aggression were not just excessive, but a blatant abuse of power. Pinning a subdued person to the ground without cause is pure brutality, not justice. This disturbing display of unchecked violence shatters trust in law enforcement.
I told you to stay in the seat. You did not. Get out of the car. I don't care if you're recording. Get out. Get out.
No, my kids are right here.
187. Could you have another unit respond? A couple of units.
Please
Come on.
No.
Get out, ma'am. Get out of the car. Get out of the car.
You are hurting my child.
Get out of the car.
You are hurting my child.
And all you do.
Get out.
I don't want to hurt you, okay?
Okay.
This is.
You have your.
Come on. Come on. Wake up. Wake up. Wake up. Wake up. you go.
187, we'll get medics around. State's unavailable. We're seeing if Moscow can come up.
That's clear. Could you have medics expedite for taser? So why didn't you stay in your seat?
The officer's blatant disregard for the detained person's legal rights is appalling and deeply concerning. It's shocking that basic constitutional protections like the right to remain silent and to be informed of the reason for arrest were ignored. How can we expect justice when those tasked with upholding the law fail so egregiously?
Come on.
My grandma wants to talk to an officer.
Why can't you stand up? Put her in Iverson's car.
I really am trying. I promise you guys.
Iverson, watch those kids, please.
I really am trying. I'm not trying to knock you off your property.
We know. We know. You haven't tried to do anything except for comply and everything.
Hold on. I want to pull my pants up and ask parents to show me.
Nobody wants to see it, trust me. Hold on. So this is how you act in front of your kids, huh?
Sir, you're the one that pulled me out.
Yeah, because you're pointing shit out the window. I don't know what you got.
My fucking phone.
Do you know where it is? Okay.
The officer's brutality was horrifying, chasing parents in front of their children, inflicting deep emotional scars. Their callous disregard for the kids' trauma was nothing short of abuse. This was not just excessive force. It was a cruel display of unchecked power. Such inhumanity demands accountability. How can protectors justify terrorizing innocent children?
Hi, sweetie. She's coming.
I know.
Just leave her in the seat. We don't need to run around out here.
No, she's okay. I'm just going to hold her hand. She does not like being stuck in this because it hurts her. And we don't put it on very tight.
The mother states that she got a weird phone call from her and could hear movement and then attempted recontact and has not been able to get in.
Yep. Here's the firearm with cannabis. Exactly why I didn't want her. Going to that side of the car.
The officer's blatant use of excessive force is not just shocking, it's a disgrace to the badge. Their failure to respect constitutional rights could lead to serious legal repercussions. And rightfully so, ignoring Miranda rights and abusing their power isn't just negligent, it's a violation of justice. This kind of misconduct erodes public trust and demands accountability. Hey everyone, what do you think about this situation?
Hey, well, I'm going to start recording now. Okay. You are denying me. I got a prosthetic leg. Of course.
Put your hands behind your back.
Get up, sir. Come on. Hey.
Oh, you want to act stupid?
No, my leg is falling off.
Okay.
God damn it, look at that, you fucking asshole.
Listen.
On February 6, 2024, in Hillsboro County, Florida, police responded to a report of trespassing at a commercial property. Upon arrival, officers found Curtis Bailey, the tenant of the property, and his brother Alan Bailey, assisting with moving belongings. Alan claimed he was only there to help and was not involved in the legal dispute over the property.
Figure that out real quick with,
Sounds like a big decision.
You take that with us?
Let me check. I'm just going to check.
Yeah, you want hang on one partner real quick. Go with him real quick to get the phone so they can call the owner.
The owner, he barely thinks that he can do it without the ones that lease it. He's not. Let me see about calling it. The other phone. We're looking for his other phone.
This is your shop?
Currently it is until we leave. And we're almost done leaving. We're getting the rest of our stuff. And so, bring my phone. Bring the phone.
Do you have your ID with you?
I haven't broken the law yet.
Do you have your ID with you?
Deputy Francisco Diaz Rodriguez requested Alan Bailey to provide identification. However, Alan refused, stating that he had not violated any laws, and asked the officer to clarify whether the request was voluntary or lawful order. Initially, Diaz Rodriguez confirmed it was a request, but later changed it to an order without providing a clear explanation.
Of course.
Hey,
I'm walking over here.
No. You're gonna come over here. Do you have your ID with you?
I do. I already answered that.
Can I please have it?
Are you asking, or is it?
I'm asking.
All right.
We're here on a call, so we gotta.
I get that. I'm respectively saying no at this point. Only at this point.
Sir.
He's the one that owns the. Let me finish, please.
Sir. Listen
He's
to me.
the owner of the.
Besides,
he's the owner of the property.
Besides the story, David Diaz Rodriguez, as you can read right here.
I would never be able to say that. But
it's Diaz Rodriguez. You can just repeat after me.
Diaz Rodriguez.
Yes.
Once we determine what's going on,
they are doing that part of this call. I'm doing this part of the call.
I can stand here, be quiet.
Okay.
And I'm not doing that. I gave you my name. I haven't committed a crime, at least not that I know of either. And that.
How old are you?
Huh?
How old are you?
60. This is all his.
So all of these cars are his?
These two cars are his.
None of these cars here are registered to you?
I'm not making out. None of these cars are what?
Registered.
Registered.
To you.
No, none of them are registered to me. Can I go get my drink? So, I understand that you got to do your investigation and stuff like that. I have no other interest in this except that I heard him. I was here picking up some stuff on a cart, and he told me a little bit what was going on, and stuff like that dealt with this situation.
Allen stated he would comply and provide his ID, threatened with arrest, but the officer ignored his statement and decided to use force to detain him. Allen, who has a prosthetic leg, was pushed to the ground, causing chaos as he requested assistance to stand instead of helping. The officers continued to handle the situation aggressively.
You mind me getting your information, see if there's any injunction in the system that has anything to do with you?
There won't be any. I won't be in the system at all about this. Again, I came from Michigan.
Can I please
remember, I did say that I did.
Can I please have it? Your name is not going to be mentioned.
You're going to call in and see if there's any wants or warrants for it. I'll tell you.
Everybody will
then you can just document that I'm a citizen. As far as I know, I have not broken any laws. Don't plan on it. Didn't plan on it. Just doing what. Well, I appreciate that you realize that, and just because I don't feel that I need to ID myself.
Do you have your ID on you, boss?
See, this is what he's saying.
And he's refusing, so he's going to be in handcuffs in a couple of seconds. But you're not going to leave here.
That is not a reason to
I just told you
handcuff
right now.
I'm not leaving here.
You have to
how many cops are here?
You're going to be if you don't give me your ID. How about that?
All right, well, I'm going to start recording now.
Okay.
You are denying me the right to record?
Stop.
Allen attempted to record the incident as evidence, which is legally permitted, but was prevented by the officers. Additionally, the police failed to clearly inform Allen whether he was being detained, leaving him uncertain about his right to refuse providing identification.
I'm going to say it one more time.
I will. I told you before I kicked it off that it was coming off. I'll put it on now. Stand up, please.
All right, so stand up.
Go.
Thank you.
Yeah, we're
Thank you.
That's great. You are too.
Because I haven't broken the law.
We're fine.
I didn't want it to spill out.
Put your leg on.
To this level?
I didn't do nothing.
Okay.
What, violating my rights? Well, yes, because I haven't
broken. Can I finish talking?
No, because I haven't broken the law.
Hurry up and put that
Yes,
stuff
it is.
Put it on. Hurry
It's
up.
a federal Supreme Court
Put it
ruling.
on. Hurry up. Put it on.
Yeah, what happened to you just got through saying that I was Hey, I'm asking a question. I'm allowed to do that.
You're not asking the questions. Listen to me.
Plead the fifth.
Listen to me. Before I get you
I
out.
have a right to remain silent.
Okay, no problem. Put it on.
That's right. Nobody cares.
Put it on. Put it on. Hurry up.
Well, that is your mandatory.
I'm trying to help you, or you're going to go to jail without a... Do you have your ID with you for the last time?
How many times?
The last time.
I told you I did.
You do.
Well, you just got... You're making me lose balance. You're going to make me lose balance. Under threat of arrest, I will ID. If you're not going to arrest me, I refuse. That's right. Until I have broken the law.
Okay.
And been
You're going to go in the car?
Give me a second. Give me a second. Get my feet right.
You're doing a little too much.
All I'm doing is talking.
During the arrest, Allen faced challenges as his prosthetic leg fell off. However, rather than assisting him, Deputy Diaz Rodriguez displayed indifference and refused to help and really talks the prosthetic. This escalated the incident and drew widespread criticism for the lack of humane treatment by law enforcement.
No, I am not a sovereign citizen. It's my constitutional right.
Do you have any weapons on you? Do you have any drugs, any contraband, anything that should not be in the back of this car?
I have pain medicine.
Other than that.
No. So unlawful search. You can pat me down, but you're not allowed to search me unless I'm under arrest. That's my pain medicine in there. Don't. You're gonna. Those are called stocks for a prosthetic. Ask me, I will move. No balance, I have no toes.
What's wrong with you, man?
I have no fucking toes!
Bro, stand up, man. Stop making it.
Leg is...
Okay, stand up so I can help you. Stand up.
Pull!
In the arrest of Alan Bailey, the deputies may have violated several key legal protections under Florida and federal law. The Fourth Amendment of the United States Constitution protects individuals against unlawful searches and seizures, and by detaining Alan Bailey without clear probable cause, a reasonable suspicion of criminal activity. The deputies likely infringed on his constitutional rights, potentially exposing them to civil liability under 40 U.C. 1983, which allows individual to seek damages for constitutional violations. Additionally, under Florida's Stop and Identify Law, Section 901.151 Florida statutes, officers are permitted to request identification only during the lawful detention based on reasonable suspicion of criminal activity. In this case, the deputies failed to communicate that Alan was being detained or establish such suspicion before demanding his ID, misapplying the statute and risking wrongful arrest claims, civil lawsuits, and internal disciplinary actions. Further, Florida law, Section 843.2 Florida statutes criminalizes resisting an officer without violence only if the officer is engaged in lawful duties. Alan's polite refusal to provide his ID after being initially told as optional does not meet the threshold of obstruction, and the wrongful application of this statute could result in dismissal of charges, damage to the department's credibility, and liability for false arrest.
On Orange Road, per TPD, got a call out on you for 5,000 juveniles, and a general 36, no one seen. Anything we say to one?
Give me a second, okay? I'll talk to you in a minute when I'm done doing my paperwork.
10-4, any using 94?
Yeah, Nora 11. 526, 1050.
526.
Bell Shoals and Myrtle, Florida tag 18 Delta, Echo Mike, 18D, EEM, Gray Chevy Malibu.
As I told you, I would identify under
1751 hours.
threat of arrest.
That's not how that works, man.
It is how it works. You can push it through, try to push it through that way.
Alan was charged with resisting an officer without violence in Florida, but later released video footage from police body cameras exposing unprofessional conduct and potential legal violations. His charges may have been dismissed or he may have been acquitted. The case underscores the need for police conduct reform and greater public awareness of legal rights. Next, an officer proceeds to arrest an innocent man and threatens him just because he was filming.
Go back to your car, I'm telling you right now.
I want to write a complaint. What's your name?
Go back to your car.
What's
You're
your name?
at me in public, disorderly conduct.
Bitch.
You're going to go to jail. Go to jail.
2 in the chest all day long.
Surprise. Oh, okay. We can't search it, but...
Nope, it's off. I turned it off.
Okay.
In January 2022, a man named Mr. Did, he came across a Macomb County Police Patrol car parked in an empty lot. He decided to approach it to film and asked the officer to provide their name. While Did he used offensive language, it did not exceed the protections of free speech under the law.
Step away from the car.
I'm in public. I'm good.
Step away from the car.
This is a crime scene?
Can I ask you one more time?
Who are you?
Go back to your car.
Can I get your name
Go
for a
back to your
complaint?
car.
Can I get your name for a
Go
complaint?
back to your car.
Who are you? What's your name?
Go back to your car. I'm telling you right now.
I want to write a complaint. What's your name?
No complaints here. Just go back to
Dude,
your car.
you're a fucking weenie, bro.
Go back to your car.
What's
you
your
cussing
name?
at me in public? Disorderly conduct.
Bitch.
You're gonna go to jail. Go to jail.
Put your hands in. Oh, you fucked up.
No, that's exactly what's going on.
Instead of responding professionally, the officer reacted by arresting Mr. Diddy for disorderly conduct. However, verbal insults alone are not sufficient legal grounds to constitute this offense, particularly when directed at a police officer, as officers cannot typically be considered victims under such charges.
Man, you're an idiot.
You got ID on you? You have ID on you?
Supervisor.
Okay, you got a supervisor coming right now.
Yeah, call him.
You want to call me a fucking idiot, huh?
You are a fucking idiot.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
Say it again, dude. I love how you just come out
idiot.
here. Okay,
yeah.
That's good enough.
You're a bitch with a gun. Get out of my pocket. Get out of my
you got
pocket.
weapons on you too? What else you got?
Man, this is a Fourth Amendment violation.
Okay, that's fantastic.
You're violating my rights.
That's absolutely fantastic.
You're gonna lose your qualified immunity.
Okay. You're gonna lose yours too.
Yeah, we'll see.
Yeah, we will see.
Listen to scandals and come mess with the police, huh? That's what you want to do? That's what you want to do? Huh?
Hey, quick push.
I'm not sure who jumped out of that car. I'm not sure. Was there anybody else in there or not? You looking for a place warm to stay tonight?
Man.
What's that?
You got a flat.
Why do you take the tow trucks here? You got one too? Go ahead, step in. Should have left his clown mask on. Come on, step up. I thought he was about to rob me.
Y'all got body cameras rolling?
Do you?
You don't see him?
You know how it works. Okay.
Tuck in.
When a backup officer arrived at the scene, he made a dangerous and unprofessional statement. If anyone approaches me with a camera, I'll put 2 rounds in their chest. This statement was not only threatening, but also reflected an attitude of abuse of authority and the potential for unnecessary use of force.
2 in the chest all day long.
Surprise. Oh, okay. With the insertion, but.
Nope, it's off. I turned it off.
Okay. I mean, you can have a conversation with him, like, listen, man, like, this is gonna get you killed.
But if you, and that's, calling him, I'm like, dude, you come up on me and I'm with ski mask and that in your hand, I'm putting.
But I'm explaining to you, you showed up on an officer by himself. Huh. But you're not in a shooting or something worse. That camera setup you got there, that's
dangerous.
You're not suicidal, are you?
After arresting Mr. Diddy, the officers conducted a search of his belongings without legal justification. This action severely violated the Fourth Amendment of the U.S. Constitution, which protects citizens against unlawful searches and seizures.
I understand what you do and why you do it, but at the same time, you got to think about your family and yourself. Absolutely. Like I said, I would have took that as a gun a long time. Just looking at your YouTube, that's a violation of their privacy. You think those people want their picture posted all over YouTube? No, I don't force feelings. Oh, you're gonna switch it around. I see what you're doing. I believe in karma.
The police released Mr. Diddy after realizing their misconduct, but later rearrested him based on a spring-assisted knife found during the illegal search. The officers also turned off their body cameras to have a private conversation, raising suspicions of concealing wrongful actions and a lack of transparency.
What's going on? You guys are tripping again, man.
Possession of a spring-loaded
Look
knife.
the law up. Updated 2017.
I believe in karma. What goes around comes around. It seems like you're trying to get karma, because there's going to be somebody else out here that's not as good, that's going to see that as a gun. Alright, change your plans.
Tripping again, man.
No, you have possession of a spring-loaded knife.
From a legal standpoint, the actions of the Macomb County deputies violated several fundamental protections enshrined in both federal and state law. Arresting Mr. Diddy for exercising his right to film and criticize public officials constitutes a First Amendment violation under 40 U.S.C. 1983. As federal courts have consistently upheld the public's right to record public officials in public spaces, officers who infringe upon this right risk losing qualified immunity and facing civil lawsuits with monetary damages awarded to victims. Additionally, the deputy's search and seizure of Mr. Diddy's property without probable cause violated his Fourth Amendment protections, rendering any evidence obtained inadmissible under the exclusionary rule and exposing the officers to liability under 40 U.S.C. 1983, as well as the department to potential civil lawsuits at the state level. Their actions violated Michigan Penal Code Minkle 750.479, which prohibits misuse of authority by applying disorderly conduct charges to situations where police officers cannot be considered victims based solely on verbal insults reflecting an abuse of discretion, and men Cole 750.539D as their suggestion that Mr. Diddy violated privacy laws by filming public officials was baseless, given Michigan law explicitly allows filming public officials in public spaces unless private areas are intruded upon, highlighting either a lack of legal knowledge or bad faith by the officers. This incident exposed multiple violations, including baseless arrest, unlawful search, and public threats by officers. The body camera footage provided clear evidence of the abuse of power and disregard for citizens' rights. The case has heightened public pressure on law enforcement agencies to ensure accountability and respect for the law. Next, we move on to an officer in Claremont who was fired for taking advantage of a female.
Don't say that right now. I said don't say that right now because everything's being recorded right now.
Alright, sir, step out of the vehicle for me.
Facing towards that way, and then so this is when I was shaking her, and then this is when I went in, but then I don't know if I had my hand like this, and then something like that happened, and I kicked it with my foot like that, and then I was in, and then I was waking her up like this. I was like this, waking her up. While I was waking her up, I hear the door click behind.
At approximately 8:38 p.m. on August 14th, 2023, at the intersection of Denver and Claremont in the Bay Park area, San Diego police officer Anthony Hare and his partner were dispatched to the scene of a car theft at the location. A female suspect whose identity has not been disclosed was apprehended. It was reported that the woman was also wanted under a previous arrest warrant.
Hey, why are you guys tripping on me?
Hey, just listen to him.
Why are you guys tripping like that? I can't come out of the junction.
Listen to him.
I can't come out of the
Hey, can you guys get on him and
yeah, okay.
One at a time, guys. One at a time.
How you doing? Man, a little scared. What the fuck?
We'll explain everything to you, man.
I know you're gonna explain everything.
What's up? Roll to your side.
Oh shit, man.
You got that going?
Alright, yeah, for sure. Y'all can run me down and everything.
Alright, come over here.
Yeah, maybe it's easy. Just roll over first, yeah. Roll over.
And then bend right there.
Alright, when you work. Okay. We're just gonna go to my car right here, okay?
Follow me. Is this car right here?
Yeah, if you can.
Officer Hare transported the female suspect to the Las Colinas detention and reentry facility in Santee, California. According to GPS data, as they neared the facility, Hare slowed down and turned onto a deserted, dimly lit street a few blocks away from the detention center. There he questioned the female suspect about her actions before abruptly turning off his body-worn camera, raising suspicions.
Alright. You're gonna come with me to my car, so let's go.
What's that? Why are you calling me mean one?
I'm not mean.
Bro, you're the only dick right
No,
here.
we can
Honestly,
talk more once we get into the car, okay? I got your...
Sorry for calling that, but...
I got your... not your duffel bag, with the drawstring bag, I got all of that.
But I don't hate it like that. I just want...
Go, step inside.
I'm gonna unput...
Screen inside. Why are you asking that? What do you mean? I'm cool to you.
Head south on Denver Street. Claremont Drive. Then turn right on Claremont Drive.
Hare claimed that while attempting to wake the female suspect sitting in the back seat, he accidentally kicked the car door shut and got locked inside. GPS data indicated that the patrol car remained stationary at approximately 1:34 a.m., and Hare stayed in the car for about 20 minutes before calling a colleague for assistance.
I'll tell you after. Hold on. Don't say that right now. No, I said don't say that right now because everything's being recorded right now. What's going on?
Hare reported that he suspected the female suspect was experiencing a medical emergency. However, investigations revealed that he did not request medical aid. The body-worn camera had been turned off before he entered the back seat, with the suspect adding further ambiguity and suspicion to the incident.
All right, sir, step out of the vehicle for me. Went wrong. Okay, hold on, let me turn my camera off. She's code 4? She's code 4. Okay.
I have several times to search it. Do you have anything on you might post and harm me? Any personal or anything? No. Just say so.
Later?
Do you have any gloves?
Just good.
Would you case rubber shoes levels?
I can do the switch later.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll do the switch later.
Both Hare and the female suspect denied engaging in any sexual contact inside the patrol car. However, the suspect stated that Hare showed interest in her and suggested meeting again after a release from jail. Investigators found Simon on his duty belt, raising serious concerns about misconduct and ethical violations by the officer.
Okay, you mind just showing us?
How you do it? So I was like this. So she was laying down, her face was over there. And then I was just like kind of right here. I was like, well, at first I was like, hey, wake up. I was like, hey, you okay? Blah, blah, blah. She did like, so her head was facing towards that way. And then so this is when I was shaking her. And then this is when I went in. But then I don't know if I had my hand like this. And then something like that happened. And I kicked it with my foot like that. And then I was in. And then I was waking her up like this. I was like this, waking her up. While I was waking her up, I hear the door click behind me.
Okay.
Yeah. And then, so yeah, I was like this. And then when I found out the door was clicked behind me, I positioned myself like this. And I already knew that there was no door handle, but I know there's no door opener. And then from then, she was able to. So I was like this majority of the time. And then next thing you know, I hear the door close on me. I was frantic. I was looking, and then that's when she started to kind of like.
From a legal standpoint, the officer's actions may violate multiple statutes designed to protect detainees and uphold law enforcement integrity. Under California Penal Code 289.6, any sexual activity between a law enforcement officer and the person in custody is strictly prohibited due to the inherent power imbalance, regardless of consent. Violations of this law are considered felonies and carry penalties of up to 4 years in state prison, along with mandatory sex offender registration. Furthermore, disabling or tampering with a body-worn camera during an official encounter could violate California's Penal Code 367G, which requires officers to use body cameras appropriately to ensure transparency. Such actions can lead to administrative penalties, termination of employment, and in some cases, additional criminal charges. These laws exist to safeguard public trust and ensure accountability within law enforcement, and violations represent a severe breach of both legal and ethical standards. On September 14, 2023, Officer Hare officially resigned from the San Diego Police Department, declining to attend the scheduled internal affairs interview the following day. The incident not only tarnished Hare's personal reputation, but also raised broader questions about ethical standards and procedures within the police force. Be vigilant against abuses of power by law enforcement and demand transparency and accountability to protect citizens' rights and uphold justice. No one is above the law. In this case, a citizen filmmaker encounters law enforcement officers from the Harris County Sheriff's Department while recording footage near a firing range. This incident raises questions about constitutional rights, the boundaries of lawful filming and police interactions.
Of what?
Anything I can see from the public right-of-way.
But make sure you don't point that away. You need to be conservative what you're doing over here, because sometimes we have off-duty police officers coming up here. This is our range.
You're Deputy Cook?
No, I'm a sergeant.
Cook.
There you go.
Okay. Well, I mean, I'm just gonna stand here and take pictures. That's funny, he's taking my picture.
What's wrong with that?
Nothing wrong with that.
Oh, okay.
Nothing wrong with it. I'll just say it's funny.
That's fine. You know, I'm good with you taking my picture too, and you know, I'm not saying you can't do it. I'm telling you, make sure you're careful of the police officers coming in and out, because you can compromise their undercover status, and don't take any pictures towards the state jail. They will come unglued on you. Okay?
Well, I've already been down there and took pictures. They didn't seem to mind.
Well, they probably didn't see you at first.
No, they came out and talked to me.
Okay, but make sure. Okay? What is the purpose of what you're doing anyway? You got some ID on you, sir?
Of course.
I need to see it, please.
The videographer records in a 20th zone near the Harris County Sheriff's Department. Encounters a sergeant and is questioned about taking photos.
Have I done something wrong?
Yes, sir. You're on the side of the road near a penal institution and near a Harris County firing range. I want to identify you to make sure.
But this is public right-of-way. It's a public street, isn't it?
Sir, please don't play this game.
I'm not. I'm asking you, is this a public street?
No, this is not. This is actually the county right-of-way right here. The street's here.
Correct. County right-of-way is my right-of-way. I'm a taxpayer and citizen. This is my area.
Well, sir, in order to take your pictures properly, okay, you need to be a little bit further back, so that way some of these big trucks come down here. Are you refusing to identify yourself to me as in the state of Texas as a peace officer? I'm requesting your identification. I don't need a lawful act. All I have to do is have reasonable suspicion, okay? Reasonable suspicion is just mere presence alone.
Okay, so you're saying under 3802 that I have to identify myself?
Excuse me, sir. Let me finish my sentence, please.
Okay.
I didn't interrupt you when you were speaking, did I?
I'll be quiet and listen.
Okay, thank you. So what I'm asking you, are you refusing to identify yourself under the reasonable suspicion that I can't ask you for your identification?
A police sergeant arrives and engages in a conversation about the legality of taking pictures.
It sounds like you're suspecting me of a crime. So at this point, I'm going to say that I want to remain silent, exercise my Fifth Amendment right to remain silent, my Sixth Amendment right to have an attorney present during any and all questioning.
No, sir, that's only during a crime that's been committed. Reasonable suspicion means I can identify you. If you want to try and quote the law, you might want to double check your law again, because a police officer does not have to suspect you of a crime. He just has to have reasonable suspicion of that crime may be afoot or could be afoot. So me as a police officer, I have the right to identify you at any time, sir. At any time, to make sure.
Respectfully, I'm going to disagree with you.
Okay, well then I need you to turn around. Do you have any weapons on you, sir?
I am not armed.
You don't have any weapons on you?
I do not have any weapons on me. I am not armed.
Okay. So why are you refusing to identify yourself?
I haven't done anything wrong. I haven't committed any crime. I'm on a public street. I'm taking photographs.
You're on the side of the road, sir. You're not on the street.
I am on the public right-of-way.
Okay.
The sergeant insists the man identify himself due to reasonable suspicion.
Taking photographs of public property. All I did was take a picture of you flying down the highway here. By the way, it's a 20-mile-an-hour zone. And I took some pictures of the sign.
Oh, you have
right
a radar,
there.
Sir? Is that what you have?
Actually, I do.
Okay, let me see it.
I don't have it on.
Okay,
but I can go get it and stand out here and run radar all day long.
By all means, do. I'm going to ask you to move away from the entrance of this establishment. So either go that way 100 feet, or go that way about 200 feet. Okay? Hello? Hello?
I'm exercising my right to remain silent.
Okay, so go ahead and go this way.
Can I put my hands down?
Yeah, I never told you to put your hands up.
Turn around and put my hands up.
I did not. I told you to turn around. That's all I said.
Okay.
Review your video.
I'll do it later.
Okay, go ahead.
But what do you want me to do?
I want you to go that way a little bit further. I want you away from the range, because there's a safety concern standing out there. There's a possibility there might be a round. People are a little more protected when they're in their cars, but just in case, around us, ricocheted up, because we have people firing out there. Guns, rifles, pistols.
The man refuses to provide ID, invoking his constitutional rights, and discusses the legal definition of reasonable suspicion with the sergeant.
Hi, I suspect you've gotten a phone call about me.
Well, they said someone was filming down there. I'm Captain Schmidt. I'm the Academy Director.
That's good to meet you. I'm on the public right-of-way. I'm exercising my First Amendment right twofold. Number one, to protest the overzealous actions of the government.
Okay.
And number two, I'm a journalist. I'm gathering content per story. Do you know who I am?
No, I have no idea, sir.
Okay.
I'm sorry, what is your name?
I didn't give it. I believe that was Sergeant Cook, and then the other guy, I forget his name. I've got him. But basically, he told me I had to leave or else. That is unacceptable behavior.
Where were you, sir?
Down by the firing range. Obviously, you guys are hostile towards journalists, and I understand that, you know, given Ron Hickman's recent celebrity status, I understand why that is.
You said you weren't on the range. Were you in the parking lot or out, out on the...
Well, you should call Sergeant Cook and the other gentleman in the white pickup truck. I am on foot.
Okay.
So they made me walk all the way up here just to ask you permission to do what I can lawfully do.
Later, the filmmaker meets Captain Schmidt, the Academy Director, who approaches him after receiving a call about the filming. The filmmaker explains that his purpose is to gather journalistic content and protest what he perceives as government overreach.
That would just make it easier for me to identify who I'm talking to.
Well, I forgot about that.
Now you know who I am.
No,
Oh.
you know who I am, but that's okay. Ignacio, which is the road that runs around there, actually not a public roadway, it's a state jail access road.
Good argument, except for one thing. I looked at the county maps. Up there where the little hump in the road is, that maintenance runs. This is county maintained all the way to that point. It is public roadway. Hence, you have a public park that butts up to it.
We've been advised that we can't run any kind of traffic initiative or anything on that side road. That's all I can tell you. And Deputy Brock, it's just Ignacio is not a public access road. So that's what we've been told. It is not a public access road. It's access for the state jail.
He further asserts that his actions are protected under the Constitution and that he has no ill intent. The captain listens but reiterates that the road near the firing range is not a public access road, despite the filmmaker's insistence to the contrary based on his research into county maps.
Now, if you go in the park, obviously you can film everything that you want.
Well, again, I've already done my research. I did it before, long before I came out here. Okay, and that is public right-of-way up until you get to. The county maintains the road. As long as the county maintains the road, it's public access. The state maintains it after that little hump down there by their state jail. Now, I'm going to do you a favor.
Okay.
As a courtesy, because you've been nice to me. Okay, I'm going to give you one of my business cards.
Okay.
Okay, that's who I am.
David.
Oh, okay. You wear cheaters. You're old like me. Oh, I hate it.
Yeah.
Here's one of my business cards. Okay.
There you go.
I would recommend maybe calling the PIO. One, I'll tell you who I am. Okay. And I can tell you that you're not going to like me being here.
Well.
The interaction raises key questions about Texas law, particularly Texas Penal Code 3802. Failure to identify, and 3815 interference with public duties under 3802. A person is required to provide identification only if they are lawfully arrested. And since the filmmaker was not involved in any criminal activity, the officer's demand for ID was legally questionable. Texas Penal Code 3815, which addresses interference with public duties, could potentially apply if the officers argued that filming near a sensitive area like a firing range hindered police operations. However, this seems more like an attempt to discourage public accountability rather than a legitimate security concern. The penalties for these offenses differ. Failing to identify under 3802 could result in a Class C misdemeanor, usually punishable by fines, while interference under 3815 is a Class B misdemeanor, carrying a penalty of up to 180 days in jail and or a fine of up to $2,000.
Yep, I'm gonna go ahead and do it right here till I'm done, and I'll be on my way.
You can do it right here.
I disagree with you. Why can't I do it? Can you tell me why I can't do it right here? Why would you call the police on somebody saying God bless our homeless veterans? Sir. Why would you do that? Can't you just leave me alone? Why are you guys calling the cops on a man standing on the steps of City Hall saying God bless the homeless veterans? Why is that? Why would you do something like that? Why can't you just leave me alone? I can stand over there, but I can't stand at the steps of City Hall and do this? I mean, that doesn't make a lot of sense. Either I can do it or I can't.
What's going on, man?
Not too much. How you doing, sir?
The man who stood outside City Hall holding a sign reading "God bless our homeless veterans" invoked his constitutional rights to free speech, religion, and assembly, all traditionally protected under the First Amendment.
To contact the city attorney, contact the mayor, contact the DA, contact your supervisor, and let them know before you trespass me off the property.
Okay.
All right.
Well, listen to me. Let's step over here. That way,
All
if somebody comes...
I'd rather stand right here.
Okay. Well, listen to me.
Yes.
I get you got God bless on there. You're a veteran. Is that right? Okay. But are you homeless?
I don't answer questions like that.
Well,
regardless of whether I'm homeless, I still have the right to
No.
free speech.
I got you. I'm not being biased against you, being religious.
I'm hard to hear.
You're good.
Yeah.
I get that. What's your last name?
I'd rather not get my last name.
All right. Well, listen.
Yeah, I don't want to either because I'm engaged in free speech, and that would be.
But now I'm here though.
Yeah, I'm not giving my ID.
And I'm getting.
So
it's not that serious, all right?
It's not. I'm engaged in free speech.
I got you, and I'm doing my job.
Before you put me in post, I'm engaged in constitutionally protected activity.
Are you going to give me your last name and date of birth tonight?
What would happen if I don't?
Obstruction.
The Little Rock Police Department responded after receiving a call from security officer. Jackson arrived at the scene and engaged in a calm discussion with the man, explaining that City Hall officials wanted him removed from the property.
About what
I'm going to tell you right now, because you're on a government property, you won't be able to solicit. You'd have to go over somewhere on a sidewalk. You won't be able to do it.
Okay.
Officer Morris.
Officer Morris?
Morris, yes.
Okay, my name is Jeff.
M-O-R-R-I-S.
Like I explained to the other officer, what's his name?
That's Jackson.
Jackson, Officer Jackson, Officer Morris. I'm engaged in constitutionally protected activity on a traditional public forum. And if you guys trespass me or make me leave, you'll be held liable. And you won't.
Well, so I don't know if you're begging for money.
Even if I was homeless and I was
you still can't
free,
beg
free
on
speech.
Public. No. Soliciting's different. When you're out here
No, it's
begging
not.
for money, yes, it is. It's something different.
Are you disagreeing with the courts about that? I'm not trying.
What I'm telling here, your goal is.
I'm not.
Listen to what I'm saying. You cannot be on government property, and this is state government. You can go to a sidewalk because a judge, granted, you can stand on a sidewalk and beg because that is public property.
I disagree with you, and you're incorrect. And your
no,
sovereign immunity won't protect you from this. Your qualified immunity won't protect you from this. No, I'm not. Have you seen me block the entrance? I am standing right here in front of this sign that's already blocking.
The situation reached a boiling point when officers claimed Jeff was loitering and soliciting money, even though his sign did not explicitly ask for donations. Despite just insistence that he was not begging, officers continued to frame his protest as a disruption.
Wow, you're really disgusting. You're a shameful, disgusting person. You ego enforcement officer, you silly little ego enforcement officer, you big dummy, you dum-dum. You're probably his supervisor, aren't you? He's got more integrity than you do in his little finger. You're a disgusting disgrace. You dum-dum. You dummy. Shut up, dummy. Yes, sir. Okay, am I being trespassed?
They'll determine that. I'm asking you to leave.
You're asking me to leave. If I don't leave, what'll happen? Officer Jackson, what?
I'm asking you to leave.
He's asking me to leave. Am I being trespassed?
You're not being banned from the property. You're being due to what you're doing.
Due to what I'm doing, getting free speech. Okay, and if I don't leave the property, what's going to happen?
After several warnings, the officers decided to trespass Jeff from the property. When asked to move to the sidewalk, Jeff initially refused, arguing that City Hall was a public space where he had a right to protest. He eventually complied when officers detained him, warning him that failure to cooperate would result in legal consequences.
Yes, sir.
All right. You do understand that you are not allowed back on the property. That's what they're wanting now.
That's what they want. Okay.
All right. Well, I do have to get your information.
For trespass?
Yes.
That's a civil thing, man.
No, it's not.
I've left the property. The crime only occurs if I refuse to leave or if I come back. Exactly. I have not committed a crime.
Listen to me. You didn't commit a crime, but listen. You just said what I was about to say. If you come back, right?
Right.
You just admitted that. How is an officer or the establishment going to be able to know who you are? Information.
The only way you can get ID is if there's a crime being committed. You suspect me of committing a crime.
That's false. I'm now conducting an investigation.
I'm going to go ahead and go on my way unless I'm being detained.
Yes, you are being detained, okay? I'm done playing with you, okay?
This case underscores the critical need to protect civil rights and ensure transparency in law enforcement.
You didn't signal your lane change, and we're going about 15 to 18 miles an hour in a 45-mile-an-hour zone. I said, how much have you had to drink tonight? You don't want to answer that question? So I have to advise you of what's called Colorado Express Consent, okay? All right, we can go back out and sit on the bench. It'll take this just a couple minutes to...
Imagine being pulled over by the police, confident in your innocence, only to find yourself caught in a web of accusations and legal threats that could unravel your entire life. How does a routine traffic stop escalate into a battle for justice? This story will leave you questioning the very systems meant to protect us. The story follows Harris Elias, a construction contractor and pilot who was driving through Fort Collins, Colorado on January 4th, 2020. Unfamiliar with the area, he slowed down to read road signs, noticing a police car closely following him. He changed lanes to avoid obstructing it. Hey everyone, what are your thoughts on this situation? Drop your comments below and make sure to subscribe for more engaging and informative content coming your way. Thanks for all your support.